The pale moon was rising above the green mountain. The sun was declining beneath the blue sea, and I strayed with my love to the pure crystal fountain that stands in the beautiful Vale of Tralee.
Many people know the song, The Rose of Tralee, but how many people know the real story behind that song? This song is the story of a young woman, Mary O'Connor, the daughter of a shoemaker from Pembroke Lane in the town of Tralee, who fell in love with William Pembroke Mulchalock, the son of a wealthy businessman who owned many business establishments and an estate near the town of Tralee. William was a poet and songwriter, a flamboyant young gentleman. Mary was at first the milkmaid to the family of the Mulchalocks, and later became nanny to the children of William's sister. This little graveyard at Clogherbrine outside the town of Tralee is said to be the final resting place of Mary O'Connor, William's beloved Rose of Tralee. But what if Mary's not buried here? Then where is she buried? And what if Mary isn't Mary O'Connor at all? Then who is she? And for what reason was her name changed?
This was a very difficult situation because Mary wanted to marry William, but because of her class, this was impossible. And in those days, you just didn't marry under your class. And it was also forbidden by his uncle John.
And nightly and daily my time I pass gaily, from pleasure to pleasure I'd merrily go, my thoughts all Elysian, all flashed on my vision, the peerless young Alice of Ballinasloe. On returning to West Villa, his sister Maria received William again. After a while she asked him if he would like to see the children. When they went to the nursery, he became heedless of the little nieces and saw only the wonderful eyes of the nursemaid, Mary O'Connor, calm, self-possessed, dark-haired, pale skin. He was enthralled.
Dear Sister Marie, how well you look.
William, you've been gone so long. Uncle and I expected you back some time ago.
You know me, Marie. I like to ramble. You know, there's so much to do and so much to see. There's so much to write about.
If we ever get sense. Oh, the children would love to see you. Come, they'll be in the study.
Speaking of Uncle John, how is he?
Oh, he was out checking on the estate earlier, but he's gone into town now on some affairs of business. He was hoping he might come back to that. Mary, where are the children? I thought they were with you.
Michael's taken them down to the orchard, ma'am. They'll be back directly. He's so good with the children, and they love the freedom of the orchard and the gardens.
Perhaps you should have joined them. But you'll have to excuse my sister's manners. Marie, I don't believe we've been introduced.
Mary, this is my brother, William, back from his ramblings.
Mary. A pleasure.
Ma'am, perhaps I should fetch the children.
Yes, Mary, I think you should, if you don't mind. Now, please.
It was nice meeting you, sir. If you don't mind, I must go fetch the children.
In the far fields of India, mid war's dreadful thunder, her voice was a solace and comfort to me, but the chill hand of death has now rent us asunder. I'm lonely tonight for my Rose of Tralee.
Mary O'Connor in the song The Rose of Tralee. In fact, this is not true. It was a Mary O'Sullivan, and Mary O'Sullivan lived in Upper Castle Street, and not as it's said in the song that she came from Brogue Lane. Now, the love affair with William Pembroke Mulchnock led to a child being born outside of wedlock. And in those days, a child born out of wedlock brought disgrace to her family and to the Mulchnocks family. And poor Mary, she ended up in the poor house in the outer skirts of Tralee, which is today the County Council buildings. And in fact, that's where she's buried in the back of these buildings, in a pauper's grave.
Is the song The Rose of Tralee an analogy of a brief but passionate love affair between Mary and William Pembroke Mulchnock, or of William's lifestyle? Or is it a romantic accolade written by a romantic poet who lost the love of his life and years later was mourning her untimely death?
She was lovely and fair as the rose of the summer, yet was not her beauty alone that won me. Oh no, 'twas the truth in her eyes ever dawning that made me love Mary, the Rose of Tralee.